Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Al Shai Bashem Rakakwada. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm gonna entitle this video Revelation 19 and 20 as the same event that would take place and written in Daniel 7 and 11. Now I could say Revelation 19:20, Revelation 20 verse 10. Matter of fact, I'll read all of these, and I went through this morning. It says, Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, the microchip, and them that worship his image, part of this system. In order for you to remain in this man's system, when the time comes, you have to get chipped. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So let me go. I went to the commentary. Now, I go right in. This is the point right here. But let me just read some of this. Cambridge Bible Schools and Colleges was taken. Scarcely a strong enough word was seized, overpowered. The false prophet, so-called in Revelation 16 and 13, which states this, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And as you read on, it mentions Armageddon. Armageddon is the judgment, divine judgment of the Most High. The Most High, he's going to summon his son and the angels to come deliver us and destroy this place. It's talking about America. Also, Revelation 13 and 11. Let's see what that says. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'll come back to that. Miracles. Right, the beast. Okay, let me read this again. It said, another beast came up from the earth, having two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. That's talking specifically about America. And ultimately, it's going to come out of America and the EU. They're going to cause the world to take, the majority of the world to take the chip. So these commentators know that the lake of fire and Armageddon and the destruction and the judgment and Third World War, it's all one event. When the Most High comes with his divine judgment, he's not coming, okay, I'm going to destroy this thing. Now I'm going to get these guys next month. You guys really put your foots in your mouths. Miracles, technology should be the signs, those described in Revelation 13 and 13. Now check this out. Now when I did the video this morning concerning the lake of fire and so forth, one of the scriptures that popped in my head, I might even mention it, but I didn't go to it, was Daniel 7 and 11, but I said start at 9. It says, was cast alive, as you read on, into a lake. That, matter of fact, let me do this. See if they give me the whole verse. Revelation 19 verse 20. And the beast was taken. The beast represents what? NATO and the EU. The false prophet represents the Roman Catholic Church and all the daughter churches: Baptist, Methodist, Jehovah's Witness, Islam. And the beast was taken. Now, what part of the beast was actually destroyed? Babylon. Actually, Babylon is a part of the beast, one of the heads of the beast, but it's also in the form of a woman that sits upon the beast. So the woman is connected to the beast. So what part of the beast is going to be destroyed by fire? Babylon the Great. Now, there's going to be destruction all around the world because the whole earth is going to quake. All these buildings, it said every wall, and not so many words, will come down. Every wall shall fall. I'm not going to look for that. That's every wall. So the wall of China is going to fall because that earthquake is going to knock. We see the earthquake knocking down everything. So there's going to be a lot of building around the whole planet Earth. It said in the beast. What part of the beast? America, which is the lake of fire. And with him was taken, and with him taken out, and with him the false prophet. That doesn't mean the missile is going to hit the Roman Catholic Church or the Vatican City. That wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So the current Pope is going to sign off on the fact that you got to take the mark. And Roman Catholics don't even understand what the mark is all about. And them that worship, because remember, Roman Catholicism, what they give you is they indoctrinate you. Look up the word indoctrinate. A certain, how can I say, a certain doctrine, a way of teaching that you can't question. Roman Catholics cannot question anything. Or they will be, I believe the word is excommunicated, expelled. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Nothing. The angel's not going to pick up a nation, a place, a landmass, and cast it into the lake of fire. What he saw was it being cast in, but what it represented was the missiles hitting this place. So I was surprised that was cast alive. Now, the first scripture that they give you is in Daniel 7:11. The base being cast into the lake of fire, which Israelites are going to be cast into the lake of fire too, meaning they're going to burn here in America. If you add or take away from, if you take away from the book Revelation 22 verse 19, 18 and 19. Like I said, when I did that video earlier this morning, the first precept that came to mind was Daniel 7:11. The beast is slain and his body burnt. But you notice, Daniel didn't see no lake of fire. Perhaps the one indicates the fate of the empire. Right, this is the empire. This is Roman Empire all over again. The other of its personal rule or ruler, the king of Babylon. So now I got to go to Daniel 7 verse 11. I'm going to start at 9. Now, is the Most High going to be present? Nope. But Daniel saw the Most High being present. And he saw Yahushua being coming to the Most High and the angels. So stop it. Get some help. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. What throne was cast down among the thrones? America. This is the second leg of the Roman Empire. Scholars will tell you that the fourth beast is Rome, but they ain't gonna tell you that it's America. America is Rome all over again. Go to D.C. Look at the architecture. Pretty much, I believe every state capital, they their buildings, for the most part, have like a replica of like DC. The founding fathers said they want to, build DC to look like Rome, and not too many. All you got to do is do the research. I did videos on this. At one time in Maryland, there was a place called Rome, Maryland. It's no longer called Rome, Maryland. You can do the research on it. The plot of land where they built Rome, the center of Rome, because it starts from like the Oval Office and it reaches out. That was considered Rome at one time. It was lot 666. At one time, you can find it on Google. You can't find it on Google. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. That's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, whose garment was white as snow, meaning there was a man sitting on the throne with a white garment on. And the hair of his head like the pure wool. Now, Christians say, well, that represents the pure. Okay, it could represent anything you want it to represent. But what did the man see? He saw a man with a white robe on sitting on the throne with an afro. So he obviously saw a so-called black man. If the Most High, which is a spirit, and he that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth, St. John 4, if I'm not mistaken. If he came down as a man, which he did, he came down in a vision to Daniel as a man, as a black man. So if the Most High is black, what will he hear? His son, John 14, his son said, he said, you see me, you see the Father. His throne was like the fiery flame. So he's sitting in the throne, which, if you don't understand what a throne is a chair, a majestic chair. And his wheels as burning fire. A fiery, that's describing a ship. A fiery stream issued, this is the Father, and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him. Those are the angels, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Those are the angels. The judgment was set, and the books were open. I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain. Because how do you kill a snake? You cut his head off, and then the rest of the body dies. So how are they going to kill the beast? By destroying the head, exploding the head. I beheld even till the beast was slain, head chopped off by missiles, and his body destroyed. That's America, the whole land, Isaiah 13, and given to the burning flame. The burning flame is also the lake of fire. The Most High gonna kill both of y'all for being deviant little demons. And all you groups, all you deviant Israelite camps out there, the Most High gonna judge every last one of y'all. As concerning the rest of the beasts, who are the rest of the beasts? The Babylonians, which are Syrians, the Medo-Persians. By the way, they're still around. Their descendants are still here. The Greeks, which are Edomites. The Romans over 2,000 years ago. And America, it says, in concerning the rest of the beasts, which represent NATO and the EU, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season of time, because they're going to go into slavery. Esau's going into slavery, all them other nations going into slavery. I saw in the night vision, behold, one like the Son of Man. That's Yahweh Shai. Came with the clouds of heaven. Then the angel told the apostles, why stand ye gazing up into heaven, the same way your Lord was taken up he's coming back the same way. What do they see? They see him go up into a cloud, which represent a ship, a chariot. And came to the what? Ancient of Days. So who's the Ancient of Days? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Who's the Son of Man? Yahweh Shai. And they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom. Who's going to rule in the kingdom? Yahweh Shai first. King David's going to be the first physical king on the earth. The rest of the 12, the 144,000, and then the rest of Israel. No Israelite will burn in hell. The burning flame of the fire right here in the 11th verse, and given to the burning flame, that's a lake of fire. The only difference is between John and Daniel is Daniel didn't see a lake of fire. John did see a lake of fire. This is not hard. And there was 14th verse again, and there was given him dominion. And like I said, and a lot, Apostle Ryan Lob said it, Apostle Gabar said it, and other elders and up-and-coming elders and teachers and prophets have said that. He said, you guys, and I said this many times, you guys want to be the great debaters. You know, you want to use those theological terminology, because you done studied when you have a debate with a Christian, you use the word if I'm saying it right, exegesis. I say extra cheeses. You want to use like hermeneutics. You want to use those type of them terms, those terms that Vocab Malone uses. Excuse me. You guys want to glory in the fact that you wise and you can go to this source and that source and pop this book open and pop that book open, which means you guys are not prophets. And then even Hakar said he calls himself the hopeful elect. Where do you think he got that from? You guys better humble down, man. If you're the elect, you can humble down all you want. If you're not on the elect, you're gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. And if you feel you're not gonna make it, you shouldn't move. You should move to I don't know, Portugal, some goddamn where. So you don't gotta get hit with the missiles. Cause you guys are just fucking up, man. Talking about the lake of fire. You showed me a picture of a river. A river and a lake are two different. You got the ocean, you got oceans, you got lakes, you got rivers, you got streams. A large stream you call a river. A small river you call a stream. You got gulfs, you got peninsulas. These are all names for different, waters and landmass. Do you know what a peninsula is? Stop trying to be deep like you some great debater. Because that's the spirit that you demons are in. You in that debate demon spirit. Anyway. You know what? Let me come back over here. Let me give you a little bit more. Bring it on back. So, Lake of Fire appears in 4 verses. Revelation 20 verse 10. And the devil that deceived them to do what? To take that mark, was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. There the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. That's not talking about a eternal hell. 14th verse of the same chapter, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. Death and hell mean the same thing. Death and death. Death in the pit. In other words, we are, as Israelites, we're not going to die. That death, that curse called death, is going to be cast into it's going to disappear. Now these nations could be put to death. We ain't going to be put to death. This is the second death. So a lot of Israelites are going to take part in the second death, but they're coming back through us. Don't listen to Bishop Nate talking about Israelites are going to burn in hell forever. All you guys are waxing worse and worse. And if you notice, when you guys did the Lake of Fire video, I kind of heard it somewhere. I don't know where. It was maybe a couple of days ago. And then I went to Hassad's page and I said, do you guys teach about a lake of fire? I don't know how, I forgot how I asked the question, but I questioned about the lake of fire thing. Never got back to me. Went right to his page. Then this morning I got up, the elder out of Baltimore, Karatas Abba, he did a video on it and it made me jump out of the bed. I said, I had to do a response to that. But if you notice, all day, a handful of brothers, elders, teachers, prophets, apostles of GMS did videos condemning this. What about these other Israelite camps? Ain't none of them they didn't condemn, because they play, you know what they do? They play stay in your lane. We ain't supposed to stay in our lane. What does Galatians 6:1 say? If it's not 6:1, if thy brother be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself. So all these other camps that didn't come against you for saying that, they're not of the elect. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Who's going to be redacted from the book of life? You Israelites that are teaching the scriptures the wrong way. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom on to the next shalom.